So now I talk, right? So hello everyone, my name is Mingming, and actually I came to Sweden on the same play as Dawn. So I think we had a very similar past or like life experience here. So maybe part of my presentation will be a bit repetitive, but I will try to make it as interesting as possible. So now I will just share my screen. Uh, uh, yeah. Do you guys see the slides? Yes. All right. So yeah, here I am. So first of all, I would like to talk a little bit about my life before coming to Sweden. So if Dan has a background not that specialized in game development, well, mine is is or like more less concerned than hers. So I used to be a video journalist and I was a documentary filmmaker. I worked both in France and China, like for companies and television channels like France Television and Tencent. And then I moved to Sweden in 2023 because I can't get tired of the traditional way of storytelling, especially in nonfiction domain. And I feel like, for example, games like Disco Elysium really impressed me by its richness in narration and the content of how to say the feeling, the experience basically that it can generate among the players. And I was thinking it's a really powerful way of tell stories, and I need to explore that. So I decided to apply for a master in game related domain, and I want to like go to the countries where they have the most resources in Europe, and basically Sweden was my target. So here I am. I came to Havda. So I did the first year of my study here was a master program in digital narration. And then because my background was in media related and I was journalist, etc. So I was not really capable of applying directly for the 2 year program. So I did 1 year in digital narration first, and then the second year, I applied for a serious game program. So I'm now in my second year of studies. And now I think that like this year they did a little bit more arrangement for students who want to switch from 1 year program to 2 years. And yeah, maybe the teachers know more about this, but I'm just thinking like it's a really good idea for people like me who didn't have that much experience in informatic related areas before and want to like try something out in game development. And yeah, it's a possible path. So this is a storyboard that I did for my first year studies as my master project. It's called Clear and Bright. So I did a narrative game about a old Chinese woman's life story. And as you can see, like the title is basically the name of a traditional Chinese festival, which is on that day, people will go to cemeteries and to memorize their ancestors and stuff. And actually, this idea has been stayed in my mind for a long time, but I never really succeeded in bringing it out by the methods that I'm already familiar with, such as, like documentary and stuff, because part of it is can be told by real materials, but part of it, I think there are better ways to show the whole picture. And apparently, I think to add this interactive aspect is a really good advantage. And I didn't finish it yet. I'm still developing, but I was, yeah, really happy that I got the chance to work with my teammates who were specialized in art design and in programming. And I found all these friends here in Hovde in this school, though they are not necessarily in the same class as I do, but I know them through other events and on campus. And I just say, yeah, I have this idea. Can you like, are you interested in collaborating with me and we can do it together? And they say yes. So actually, I think that's most of the time I like the projects here at school, they work in this way. Um, And besides that, I also got the opportunity to participate in other activities. I did like several game jams, which I have basically zero game development experience before. So it's a really good way to try out to see like where should I position myself in a team when I want to develop a game project. And we did like a little game about how to deal with your self insurance for the Women Game Jam 2024. And then I did another jam for the Volvo Game Jam. We made a small game called Garage Lab. Basically, it's about to assembling different pieces of a vehicle and to make the vehicle run on a certain track from Maristal to Hovda. And we did get the best game project in the end. I was really surprised, but it's a nice experience. And of course the Swedish Game Conference, which Dan has already talked about. And I also like did a lot of applications in Hovda to try to find some internship, and I'm now doing an internship at a local game studio called Jettabra, and I'm helping them to make videos to promote their about to release games. And also, I got the opportunity to follow their daily schedules to see how they update their games one version after another. So I think that's also a good side about being able to work in a small company in games because that permits you to really get a picture of each procedure and you have the possibility to give suggestions, to give feedbacks, even though like you might not be the person who decide finally, but you have the opportunity to discuss and you see everybody how they work together. And I think that's something um, should be really hard to get if you work in a big company, like very mature and already institutionalized institution. So besides studies, I think, as Don said, me too. I really enjoy the environment here in general because like I come from. I used to work in a very noisy and crowded city in like Beijing, so here is like the nature. I remember how we got surprised by just seeing the mushrooms popping up on the grass field when the first time we go to the supermarkets. And of course, I went to the like Midsummer Festival here in Hovda, where we are gathered all together in the park, and then do some strange froggy like dances together. And you can have very good facilities for sports and also entertainment here in town. And for example, I enjoyed the open air swimming pool in Billigen in summer, and really like I mean, Sweden is a quite expensive country, but I will say in terms of these like basic stuff, um, I would say it's kind of cheaper actually than the prices I used to have in Beijing, for example. And of course, nature is always free, and you can go there as long as you want. So that's that's a great thing. And in town, you have also some like a lot of like restaurants and bars. For example, I know this couple bar, which they have another branch also in Gothenburg, I think, and they always organize some kind of like game quizzes, and you can eat food while playing games together. So that's something new to me. Um, and anyway, like I would say, if you are someone like me who's a bit get exhausted by the high, like how to say, intensive rhythm of life in big cities, then it's a good chance to take a break and to fulfill yourself with nature, with new people, and also new knowledges. Up. And my slide just gets stuck. Okay, so I think basically that's it. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to write me emails or just pop it in the text like chatting group here we have on the webinar. That's it.